All right, there we go. All right, again, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Region 3 Breakout at your first professional regional leadership conference. We'll go ahead and move right along to our agenda. We'll start off with just kind of a chapter check-in, see who's on the call. So, feel free to come off mute and, just mention what chapter you're from and your position. Also on the screen, there'll be a QR code for you to scan.
Nick, Townsend, I see you guys we're hanging out in the main room.
I was just going to ask, I didn't know if you all had a strategy for if you wanted us to drop in to any of the meetings. I know how sometimes people can feel a little thrown.
What? Everyone still hear me?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was hearing some feedback from somewhere else. Okay. So sorry. Yeah, on the next screen you will you'll see a QR code and a link to a form that we would like you to fill out as well. Then we'll go into meeting your regional board, go into the vision, go into some upcoming programming items, and then we'll open the floor for questions. So let's go ahead and move right along. All right, so now we're at the point where you can represent your chapter. Feel free to come off mute. Just say your position, say your chapter, and also say, share one thing that you'd like to learn this weekend from this conference. Catherine, got your hand up. You can go ahead, go.
All right, sounds great. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Catherine Johnson. I'm currently the chair of the Atlanta Professionals chapter. One thing that I'm interested in learning this weekend is time management and also increasing participation within my chapter. Nice to meet you guys.
All right, thank you, Catherine. Anyone else? Don't be shy. Let's get to know each other.
Hey, this is Tiffany Borden, Birmingham, Alabama Professionals Chapter. I'm the current president. I'm sorry, I had raised my hand. I'm not sure if you saw it. I guess the main thing that I'm here to learn about is really just to get more membership engagement. Just kind of piggybacking off of the welcome and introductory meeting. I'm very excited to be here and just very excited to learn what is in store for the region and for NSB as a whole.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. All right, we'll take Charles.
I'm actually Charles Davis. My group, they call me doctor because I do have my PhD, but I don't get caught up in all of those tags and everything. But anyway,
Okay.
People say, well, you earned it, so go for it. Anyway, so what I want to mention is I am the tech director for the PI-SIG nationally, and I actually am also part of Region 3. I'm a professor here in Orlando, Florida, teach undergraduate students. But I'm really, really interested in wanting to know more about graduate students because it's just the fact of what it takes both in the master's and the PhD program for most students. And the other thing, because of the captured audience that I have, we right now are in the process of trying to see what type of workshops, and I think I sent an email out to you, Michael, workshops that are you guys are interested in for FRC. And I know that part of it is virtual and part of it is face-to-face, and depending on the region. So we were thinking as a team that we might be able to join some of those regions together, especially with the virtual side of things. So with the captured audience, that's one of the things that I wanted to kind of pitch to you guys.
Sounds good. Yeah, I like the idea. I know we did some collaborative things last year between the regions, so we should be able to work something like that out again this year.
Great.
So yeah, let's meet up about that and discuss it.
Okay.
All right, Thank you, Dr. Charles. All right, got one more person? Just one more person?
I'll go. Well, I don't know if
Okay.
one from the chapter wanted to go since Catherine already spoke. Okay, I guess
Yeah.
if not, my name is Deanna Walker. I serve as the vice chair for the Atlanta Professionals chapter. So along with Kat, I'm looking forward to it. This is our first RLC for professionals. I've done a lot of RLCs on the collegiate level. So I guess I'm just really looking forward to, I guess, like how to keep our membership engaged. As I know, we had basically our first year in the virtual realm and like kind of things that we learned there and then how we can implement those for this upcoming year.
Got it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone that shared. We'll go ahead and move right on into the next slide. Currently, we have 4 board members. Have myself serving as chair. Then we have our programs chair, Kyra Williams. She actually served as PCI chair last year, so she's probably a familiar face. Then we have Mr. Hervé serving as our secretary. He actually served on the board a few years ago, so he's experienced in the comm zone. And then we have a new addition from the North Alabama chapter, Mr. Suni, serving as our PCI chair. So, get to know us. We'll definitely be looking to engage each and one of you at chapter meetings or at regional meetings or even national meetings or events. So, we look forward to working with you further throughout the year. All right, and we'll move in. All right, we'll go into our cycle. So we'll go into our vision here. So the way that this was set up, of course, as Dr. Worley kind of alluded to in her presentation, that a lot of our things are aligned with national. So if you see at the bottom, it shows our alignment with.
I can't see your presentation if you're sharing.
Oh, you can't see it? Okay.
No. And I was gonna say also too, is the chat supposed to be enabled in here? Because it's not for me.
Okay. Hold on 1 second now. All right. Can you see the presentation now? Okay. Yes. All right. All right. Can you see the presentation now?
Yes.
I can't
Cool.
see it.
Oh, you still can't see it. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm able to see it. Deanna,
Okay.
if you click the, do you happen to see like a smaller window with might be showing the presentation? You might have to click that to get it to come up.
I just see like a black screen.
Yeah, I just see a black screen. I was gonna say, I know that there's like multiple views and teams, but it's not.
Okay.
It's just some of the big black ones.
Okay. All right. Well, let me try one more option here. I was actually using a team feature that actually presents it. So let me actually bring up the actual presentation live. I'll share it that way. This slide. Let's share. All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
All right. Mhm.
Can you see it, Deanna? Okay, yeah, she put up the thumbs up. She good.
Okay, cool. All right. So I'll just use this feature. Apparently there was an issue with that one. So looking at our vision, at the bottom, as I was mentioning, just alignment. So this just shows our alignment with our national directives and our professional goals that were communicated. So just staying in alignment with those, you'll see our regional goals of increasing membership engagement. This was something that came up a lot last year. A lot of chapters, were communicating that they were experiencing issues with membership engagement. Of course, it might have been due to COVID or various reasons. So we saw this as a focus area for this year. And within that, as I mentioned before, we'll definitely be attending your meetings, trying to co-host some meetings and events with you guys. Going to establish a schedule of regional meetings and have that posted, so you're aware of things ahead of time, so you can actually show up. And then we'll be exploring different ways to engage members. That could be surveys, that could be focus groups, direct contact, or something that we're going to launch. Again, in the past, we had a podcast. We'll be relaunching that this year as another component to engage our members. The second component of that, or the second focus area, is going to be improving succession planning and leadership development. As you see, you're attending this conference here. This was, again, collectively done by all the regions. So, this is definitely a component that, we as a region felt would be important. So we'll continue to focus on that. And even past this, this leadership conference will be available for a continuous leadership development as well. Also, going to improve our marketing roles. I've talked to people recently, and they always had questions about, what's involved in the role, and what it takes, and just different questions like that. So just want to make sure that's marketed in a way that it's, people can get it when they are first, interested in roles. They'll have an outline, kind of like a job description, and then they'll have all the information they need. And then the last one on that component would be transition and onboarding. Just building processes around onboarding, making sure that you come in, have all the tools and stuff that you need to be successful. And then as far as transition, let's make sure that we have people to transition that information to. So all of those kind of go hand in hand there. And then the last component is improving board efficiency. A lot of that is going to be reviewing operating documents. So we'll be reaching out to some of your chapter leaders to kind of see what their governing documents look like, to make sure everybody's kind of aligned. Of course, there'll be differences depending on the area or the chapter. Just want to make sure they're generally aligned with everything on the national side. And then we'll be, in those conversations, we'll be, just kind of asking questions to reevaluate tools and processes that may be in place, that may, have an opportunity to improve. So we'll be looking at that and working with your leaders to figure those things out. And then we'll be creating some SOPs around those items. Any questions as far on any of these goals? All right. Well, one thing I will say, you'll definitely plan to hear more about these.
I see someone has their hand raised.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know if you meant to or not.
No, okay. No, I appreciate that. Now that I have it on this view, it's kind of hard to see someone's hand raised now. So that's why I had it on other view. But Yeah, feel free to ask your question if you have your hand raised. I think that's Tiffany.
Yes. Hey, so
Yep.
so there's no question about what's being presented, but just because I know you guys are sharing QR codes, I came to my computer to view the meeting.
Yes.
And this is again a point of information related to transition. So
Right.
what I see is that now my chat is also disabled, where I had no issues with the chat when I was on Teams app through my cell phone.
Right.
But the
Right.
chat feature is also disabled here. But can I ask that I don't know where it would need to be shared because I don't know where I would see it, but just also for that survey link that it's posted in the chat. And I mean, I may have to double up and log in on my phone as well, but that's, kind of just an observation that I wanted to make.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for mentioning that. So after this meeting, as we transition back into the big room, I'll post it in the chat. And the stuff in the chat should still be available even after we get off. So I'll go ahead and post it there. But yeah, thank you for bringing it up. Any other questions?
Hey, Michael, and I can mention this is Russell. I can mention when I jump back to the main room if that's a concern.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
On that note, everybody, just wanted to say hello. Have a good meeting.
Thanks, man. All right, let's move right along. Just thinking about going to discuss the things that are upcoming. I know we mentioned to some of the chapter presidents that we'll be having quarterly town halls. We had our first one at the end of last month, so we'll start publicizing the next one pretty soon. So please be on the lookout for that. We definitely want to start spotlighting our chapters. You're definitely doing amazing things in your areas. So we'll definitely be reaching out to spotlight you and during our town hall or in our e-blast that we'll have going out each month. We'll also have our professional development webinars that we've historically had each year. They'll be on various topics. I know one question in that survey just kind of asked, alluded to what type of topics you may be interested in. So if you do have anything in particular, please include it there. But yeah, we definitely have a few topics already in mind that we'll be looking to present pretty soon. And then we'll be having some membership engagement events. We'll call them an evening with your R3PEB. We'll do various things. We might have game night. We might have something more formal. But the aim of those is just to kind of engage with the members and kind of get to know them. And then, as I mentioned before, you'll see us pop in at your meetings, at your chapter meetings. So we'll be reaching out to get the schedule for those. I definitely want to be exposed to your members a lot more so we can understand what the needs are, and we can provide those, via programming or via support of the chapter leaders here. So these are just a few things, a short list of things that they want to share that we are currently working on. Any questions? Let's see if there's chat. All right. Keep it moving in. All right, and then of course, as you saw, we have 4 members. So they want to say that we still have some open positions available if anyone is interested. Feel free to email us at r3pv at nesby.org. And then we'll go ahead and set up a meeting with you and kind of discuss any questions you may have. All right, and we are at the end. So definitely want to open the floor to questions or comments. as people ask questions, I'll try to actually post that link in the chat. But yeah, I mean, just questions or comments. How are things going in your chapter thus far? What challenges are you currently facing? Let's talk about it. I mean, I don't mind calling people. I'm probably gonna pick on Kenny first, but how are things going, Kenny?
You're supposed to go in alphabetical order, which means not me first. But everything is going well. We are planning for our engineering day next month, which I need to email you about so we can do it virtually. So we want to use, like we did last year, we used Zoom. So obviously this year we want to try to use the Teams for our sessions. And I guess the other question, so we do our NSBE Junior meetings, and there was a question about whether we should pay for the Google Meet, or is it possible to use the Teams that NSBE is already paying for, so we as a chapter don't have to pay for a Google Meet. Do you know if that's an option or what?
Yeah. I think we talked about it a little further. I mean, we can definitely do that. One thing that, I mean, if you saw one of Arthur's last posts in the big room, he was saying to join the professional leaders teams. So all the leaders will be a part of that. There we can we can work out. You utilizing Teams if you need to. So yeah,
Okay.
we can definitely work that out.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and say that. I think I mentioned to some of the chapter presidents that we're working out the access to Teams for you guys. We have worked it out. We're going to start adding all of your leaders to one of the Teams channels. So that way you'll have access to meetings when we're having it, even events and different things like that. So we kind of alleviate some of the issues that we had during the town hall. So just want to communicate that. I mean, if you didn't get the link before we hopped off, I'll definitely be sending it out via email after this conference. So, all right. Any other questions? We're at the 2 minutes left on this session. So any other questions or comments? Things that you want to see this year, things that you don't want to see this year.
I'd like to see collaboration with events between other chapters. While we're in here, if anybody's interested in doing like a joint event with the Atlanta professionals, let me know. We can always meet up later or have like a meeting about it.
Cool.
Hey, I want to go ahead and say I am on board for that from Birmingham. It's a short 2-hour drive, but I'm on board with that for Birmingham because I know I've spoken a couple of times before just about trying to engage membership. I think they're in Zoom withdrawal, so we're just getting ready to plan our first meeting for the month of October, and that's really because there's again just a lack of communication just from the previous board to the current board, which is also very minimal. So yes, I'll be reaching out to you. And who was that was speaking? That was Catherine.
Catherine.
Yeah,
Okay,
Catherine.
yeah, I'll reach out to you privately. Thanks.
All right, team. I think it's that time to kind of hop back over to the previous session. You should be able to go back to your invite and to get back to the big room. But yeah, if you need the link, just let me know. I can find it and drop it in the chat. Cool. Cool.